Hi Daz, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the hardest parts of being a trans girl. If you're new to the channel, my name's Kylie, I'm 21, almost 22, and I live in LA and I'm trans. So let's get into it. Some of the hardest things of being a trans girl. I'd say number one is coming out, of course. Not for everybody. This list is very subjective to my experience. It's going to be different for every girl, of course. But for a lot of girls, coming out is really hard. For me, I was super scared to come out for a very, 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 very long time. And when I finally did, it was kind of like pulling a Band-Aid off, you know? Because, like, once you're out, you're out. Like, you're not going back in. I mean, some people have, but, like, there was a girl I went to school with in high school who came out for like a day and then she went back in the closet right after. Because it's tough. You get a lot of shit. Next up, I would say the next hardest thing is dysphoria. Dysphoria is this feeling of like a disconnect between your body, how it looks, and how you wish it did look. And for trans girls specifically, it's like often seeing yourself as looking masculine, even if you aren't actually looking very masculine, which is difficult, but like it's a hyperfixation, right? So like I'll fixate on my like Adam's apple and on my more masculine facial features, my hand size, my feet size, stuff like that. There's a lot of things that surgery can fix. Like I just had my breast done, I had like a skinny BBL, but there's only so much you can do. And at the end of the day, it's something that most people will not ever care about or even really notice, but you will because you're a trans girl. And so, like, I don't know, that's a thing. I'd say the next thing is probably, oh my gosh, this camera is, like, laggy. Let me see what I can do here. 1 second. Okay, so hopefully that's a little better. The next thing is having to deal with transphobia. And that's when people are just like, you know, rude to you or cruel to you because you're trans. And with a lot of girls, generally, as you progress along your transition and you start to pass more, or even if you don't start to pass more and you just start looking prettier, like, you start getting treated less, you know, but there's less transphobia you have to deal with. But it sucks. You know, there's a lot of cruel people out there, unfortunately. And you just gotta deal with it. The one advantage of it is you get to see people's colors like right away. Instead of having to like, you know, learn people's true colors as you get to know them, you see it right away. And the next thing I'd say is certain things with dating. You know, every time before you get with the guy, you know, if you're pre-op especially, you gotta like have the talk where you're like, hey, like, I'm trans, by the way, is it okay? And like, a lot of guys are fine with it. I'd say most guys end up being fine with it, like, but some don't. And I've had some fucking scary stories. I'll probably make another video talking, or well, I already kind of did, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's rough. Chasers too. There's guys who are only attracted to trans women because they like fetishize us, and it's really uncomfortable sometimes. Because it's like they're not seeing you, they're just seeing the fact that you're trans, which is really weird. Is it still laggy? After this, I'm going to take the filter off. But yeah, so that's a lot to deal with. I would say also you got to deal with, you know, all the regular things that all women have to deal with. You got to deal with sexism on top of it. You got to deal with, you know, mansplaining and men, like, not taking you. So you got to deal with all the woman stuff, too. But, like, you know, that shit's fucking awful, but it's not trans-specific, so I'm not going to highlight it as much in this video. And yeah, I think also, okay, 1 second, I'm going to turn this filter off so it's less laggy. There are also just, like, a lot of cis-normative beauty standards. And what that basically means is, like, for a lot of people, the beauty standard is cisgender women, and it's slowly changing, especially as you see in like high fashion. There's more and more trans girls taking over, like Alex Kansani, who's passing. Like, I don't want to, like, you know, but at the same time, she just won Model of the Year, and she's a trans woman, and so that's like a beautiful thing. And so you do see that changing little by little, But it's taking time, and it forces a lot of girls to feel like they have to like pass. Now, to be fair, the beauty standard for women is absurd, and it forces all women to feel like, not all women, but a lot of women to feel like they need to like pass a certain beauty standard or threshold or like, and so, it's not really trans specific, but if your starting point is like looking like a guy, it takes a little more work to get there, you know what I mean? But like at the same time, a lot of girls just don't care about that shit. I do, because I'm like, I don't know, I'm a little Barbie doll, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say for the most part, it's a really beautiful experience. I just want to highlight some of the harder stuff. Like, remembering to take your hormones can be a doozy. I actually need to do mine now. But yeah, I also thought, I only have like 8 minutes left, but I'm about to go to work. But I thought that I would do my hormone injection on here. So if you get woozy seeing injections, you can leave now, but before you do, please subscribe. It means a lot. It only takes a second. Also, in my bio, there's like my other socials. Follow those, please. They need some love. I pay $15 a month to be verified on Instagram. So please follow it and make my investment worth it. But yeah, I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, stick around if you want to see the injection. If not, nice having you. Okay, let's get into it. Let me see if I have time first. Okay, so I sanitized the area with hydrogen peroxide. Next, I'm going to take my little syringe, and I'm going to take needle number 1. Gotta hurry. I need to order my Uber in 3 minutes to go to work. But I'm a few days late on this, and so I gotta do it. Okay, screw this in. Boop. Here we go. Here's the estradiol valerate. It's my estrogen. Turn it upside down. Draw it back to pull the liquid out. And just slowly comes down. I wish it went faster. Okay, now I need to switch the needles just for the point of keeping it sterile. Also, one needle is wider than the other, so I use the wider one to extract the estradiol and the skinnier one to put it in. I push it out a little bit to expel the air bubbles, and then I pop it in my leg. Okay, so I finished my injection. I got all squeamish about it, but I finished it up. I ordered my Uber, and now I gotta go to work. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. Comment what you want to see next. Feel free to comment. I love responding to comments. And yeah, see you in the next one. Love ya. Bye.